Ahoy, mateys. My name is Caitlin, aka Queen She-Wolf, on Reddit. I am the captain of the Distant Shores Project.
Hello, crew. My name is Jamie. You can find me on Tumblr, JDStar88, and I'm the first mate on the Distant Shores Project.
So here we are. What I do want to say, I am not ashamed to say this. I am nervous. I am nervous to talk, so I apologize if I'm a little. But yes, we're finally here. We're finally here to tell everybody about our project. And I know today is a sad day for us, January 22nd, because, well, it is the 2-year anniversary of the January 2021 announcement that PB made that they will not be making a DS sequel along with Ride or Die, Most Wanted, Nightbound, and all the other ones. But we have to move on. Nobody wants to hear us complain anymore.
I mean, I'm still going to complain on the fact that newsletter came out the day after my birthday. So it's happy birthday, Jamie. Go screw yourself.
Yes, and happy belated birthday to you. I know that had to be such a bad late birthday gift.
Absolutely.
But
I am glad that we're doing something about it.
I'm glad that we're doing something about it. I know, because I know we came to do this project a little late. We started this project in June of 2022. And I think probably it was just because we were just tired of complaining. And I guess, we did hear about the It Lives project. And we're like, oh, people are making a fan sequel? Oh, okay. Well, as long as it's legal, they're not making money. I was like, okay, maybe we can. Maybe we can find some programmers and writers and artists, and we definitely have an amazing crew, and we're chugging along. We're chugging along.
I think this was a good solution. My dad always said, if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. So, rather than just complain, you just get up and do something, make a difference.
And my dad always says, you gotta let go of things. You gotta let go. And of course, obviously, this is not the real thing that PB would do, but hey, it's close enough. It's close enough. So Jamie, speaking of our sequel, what do you want to tell everybody on what they can expect from our version?
Well, without giving too much away, I can say this story does take place 2 years later. So there's a 2-year time jump, but you will be reunited with the love interest and your crew. And yes, Oliver stands, you will get time with your Navy boy.
The Jolly Ollies, yes.
I mean, he got what, like 4 diamond scenes in the original? I mean, they really got gypped. They really did.
The Jolly Ollies got gypped. Even us Ed heads and the Charlie chaps would agree. Yes. And another thing that we do want to say is, speaking of reuniting with the LI, we do get this question a lot, and that is if it is going to be a polyamorous book. And we thought about it, but due to the logistics, we just could not do it. And also, we're all amateurs here, and this is our first book doing this, and we're volunteers, and We're all doing this on our own time. So we kind of want to make it simple, but amazing. So that's what we had to do, was just to make it one LI route, because it's honestly, it's just easier to write. And we know it sounds lazy and we apologize, but it's just because we're new to this stuff. That's all, you know.
It doesn't change the fact that all 3 love interests are awesome. I mean, if I could date them all, I would.
I know. Yes, I know. So, but yes, the Jolly Ollies would be so happy that they will be getting all the time with Ollie. And when we have this set up in the beginning, we will have a question of, oh, who was your final love interest in the first book? And then you get to choose, and then once you choose that LI, there we go.
You're locked in.
You're locked in. Yeah, because I know so many people hate, oh my god, I hate single LI books. But then again, it's like, well, you can always do another game and do the Charlie route or the Ed route. You can always do that.
Can I say, though, that Chapter 7 in the original Distant Shores game was like life, because you start the diamond scene with Edward, then the diamond scene with Charlie, and then Oliver comes around, you get a diamond scene with him. Chapter 7 was like livid.
I know. Oh, something else about MC. We are making MC a Broadway actor. We know from the first book that MC always said something like a standing ovation, or always mentioned that. So we thought we would make them working on Broadway. And also a lot of stars started on Broadway. I think Meryl Streep started on Broadway. Idina Menzel, like right before she became the voice of Elsa, she was Elphaba in Wicked. So it is possible. And anything else? Ooh.
Well, good old Robert is back.
I was just going to talk about Bob. Bob is
back.
Bob is back. Bid. Bob is back. And yes. And with Bob, is he a friend? Is he a foe? Or is he just Bob? Is he just being the same old? You don't know what he is. He's a gray character, Bob. Is he a good character? Is he a bad character? Or is he a gray character?
I think that's what I found him so interesting. I mean, he's a character you love to hate because he did screw the MC over quite a few times, but like, he's still interesting because you're like, what is your deal, dude?
That's why, with Bob, that's why I see with George R.R. Martin. George R.R. Martin is notorious for writing gray characters. He loves writing gray characters. And when you read Bob, you see why. I know you're not a Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon fan like I am, but it's the same reason. Like, why does everybody love Daemon Targaryen? Well, because what's he gonna, what's his motive? It's the same thing with Bob. It's the absolute same thing with Bob. Bob is, I'm wondering. But instead of a dragon, Bob has a parrot.
Well, Robert did not go anywhere without his parrot. And if you chose to adopt your parrot in the first book, your parrot is sticking around for this book as well.
Oh, yes. And I know you have some funny things that the parrot is going to say.
The parrot is a troll, but they're a very loyal pet.
Yes. And with the parrot, since, of course, obviously, since this is not made by PB, and when you start playing our sequel, there won't be a choice of, oh, do you want to remember all your choices from the first book? Because we can't do that. So what we are going to do in the beginning, after you choose what you look like, what your name is, what your gender is, what we are going to have is we are going to have a questionnaire of, did you adopt the parrot? Did you keep Jonas? Did you keep Kenny? Did you keep Ada? So don't worry. And what did you name your parrot? You named your parrot.
Oh, my parrot's name is Sunset.
Yes, and I know Sunset. It's the same in your fan fiction as well.
Yes, I kept the names the same.
Yeah, Jamie and I, we write our own DS fan fictions, but as of now, for me personally, it's on hiatus for this project. And with mine, I would like to probably turn it into an original work, but we'll see how that goes if I can ever finish it.
You can find mine on Wattpad. I'm almost done with it, but I've been devoting more time to this project, so I can't say exactly when it'll be finished, but it's there.
And mine is on Archive of Our Own, and I have 2 sequels going on. I have like one where where MC goes back into the past, and then one where MC and Ed are in the future, and what their life is like in the future, and it's quite funny. It's quite funny, quite wholesome. But I always. That's something that we should put on a podcast one day, like the LIs in the future. How are they going to?
Yes, I love that.
I don't like that. So there's that, and oh my God! Oh, big thing! We do have 2 sets of collectibles. We have 2 sets of collectibles. We have one set that will help you in the final battle. And then we have another set that will give you a bonus scene. Now, with these, as I cannot stress enough, just in case PB is actually listening to this, I want to make this extremely clear that we are not making any money off of this. We are doing something completely legal. But yes, that includes, there are no diamond options. So with ours, you have to earn these collectibles, because if this was a real PB book, yes, you would choose the diamonds. But we wanted to have some fun where your choices actually mattered, and also we knew that people would choose the free option. If it's free, they'll take it. So you have to earn your collectibles. And don't worry, we will post a walkthrough on our Tumblr and on Reddit and on our Facebook page.
I mean, who doesn't love solving riddles and puzzles?
Oh, yes. And with one set, our writer, Queen of Boop, she did an amazing job. We gotta give a shout out to her. She did an amazing job. She's amazing. Just like all of our writers are amazing, but she did, we'll give credit where credit is due. She did most of the for one set where and one of them has the riddles. Sometimes
I'm bad with jigsaw puzzles. That's why I'm glad at least there's no like puzzles. It took me 4 months to do the 1,000-piece Pirates of the Caribbean puzzle.
Well, that's because it's 1,000 pieces and you have a life outside of just sitting on your living room floor doing a fucking puzzle. and also 1,000-piece puzzle, you take it out of the box and you just dump it.
I couldn't do that because my cat Milkshake would have knocked the pieces around.
Oh, Milkshake. Oh, your milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
I hope not. She's fixed.
Oh yeah, that is true. Oh, I also, you know what I was thinking of lately? Jamie and I, Jamie, I know you have so many pets in your in your little in your house. I know you have a cat, a dog,
A guinea pig and a bearded dragon.
okay. I have 2 guinea pigs. And I was just thinking like the other day. So Jamie and I, we're really proud guinea pig mamas. And I was thinking about this the other day. Okay. Guinea pigs are judgmental. Guinea pigs are really judgmental animals. But then I'm like, are they more judgmental than Bob's parrot?
Ooh.
Are they more judgmental than Bob?
I feel like Robert's parrot's always going to be judgmental, though, because Robert trained it to be judgmental. I mean, it's been its whole life around Robert that, of course, it's going to pick up its tendencies.
Yes, like, yeah, and I feel like with guinea pigs, they're just biologically prone to be judgmental. You know?
They're so cute, though.
Yes.
They are. Disclaimer, if you read my fanfic, I did make the MC's parrot fall in love with Robert. Dark side to the good side.
Oh yeah, you made MC's parrot fall in love with Bob's parrot. Yeah.
I did. That may not have been popular with everyone, but hey. Yeah. That leads to another thing, because I know you and I did similar things with our fanfic. I know in certain Choices books, people thought like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if you could get like the love interest that you didn't pick, if you could like set them up? Because I know you and I put Charlie and Oliver together in our fanfics. We know that's not going to happen in our sequel, and we know that Charlie fans and Oliver fans may not like that. But curious, what would you all think about that?
Yeah, like I do think Charlie and Ollie would make a cute couple. I really do. I think because they do have some sort of common ground. They both grew up in wealthy houses. Their fathers were wealthy. Their fathers were pieces of shit. You know, they both had shit fathers. And yes, and of course they loved the sea, but one was pillaging and plundering and one was doing it for king and country. So I know, so they're complete opposite, but they're so alike at the same time.
What's also interesting in the fact that you think if Charlie actually was raised properly by her father and was actually raised in higher class society and was going out to like balls and stuff, someone like Oliver is someone she would have been pushed to end up with anyway.
Yeah. Like that's why I believe sometimes if I wonder if that's why he kept Charlie around, like just as a bargaining tool, like just in case he needed to make an alliance, he would find out, oh, I have a bastard daughter that can marry off your son. Let me just legitimize her and we're good to go. But that's why another reason why I thought. But then again, did they ever say why? I forget. I gotta replay Charlie's route. I forget like why he allowed her in the why he allowed her in the mansion and not with her mother. I forget. I gotta. Any Charlie chaps, please correct us. Please feel free to kindly correct us. But yes, I have to play Charlie's route again.
I can't replay. If I replay Distant Shores, I will sob like a baby.
I know, and I know you rage quit. I know, and you're one of the people that rage quitted.
I did rage quit. I did. That's why I count on you to tell me what's going on with other books and in the community. Yeah.
I know.
I may come back for Bolas too. May. Very, very small, minuscule chance, but
I'll be the one to tell you how it goes. But I know, yes. With me, I did not rage quit. However, I definitely did look at PB in a different light. And that light has not changed. But yes, and I know with Guinevere, Arthur, the blonde King Arthur, looks like Kurt Cobain. I say this all the time on Reddit, and I even actually said it. I actually even said it to PB, to PB on their Facebook page. But before Arthur looked like Kurt Cobain, I thought Ollie looked like Kurt Cobain. It's the blonde hair. And before that, it was Connor from It Lives. And I know in my fan fiction, Ed calls Kurt Cobain Oliver's twin. And now I know every time you see Kurt Cobain, you see Ollie. Oh man, we are too. Our crew, they put up a lot. They put up a lot with me, and I gotta say, I really thank them so much and I thank you as well, because they are amazing for putting up with my craziness. They really are, especially with my crazy beliefs and putting 2 and 2 together of these things. Yeah.
Well, hey, sometimes you need that like crazy spark with all these new ideas, because it's like, not only are we taking some of the old ideas, like exploring more into like the love interest backgrounds, but we had to come up with new villains, new storylines, new allies. You need that crazy spark.
Yes. Oh, and the new villain. So here's just what we're saying here about the new villain. Villains, I should say. Because what happened was, since Ollie's dad got thrown into the abyss and Ollie defected over to the pirates, that means that there's an opening for a new admiral and lieutenant. Who could it be? Who is fit for these roles?
Your mom. Now to say it. You're sword fighting Edward. It's like, where did you? Your mom.
Oh, I chose that once. And same thing with Charlie. Both of them laugh. But with Ed, he says, like, oh, he gives you a hearty laugh. Oh, Miss Bellamy, if you learned from my mother, you would have bested me by now. And I think Charlie said something like, my mom didn't even know around their kitchen knife or something. But I remember with Ed's, because I'm like, wow, his mom is really fucking fierce. Like, you would have bested him.
His mom sounds cool. Oh, can we also petition to call Admiral Cochrane Admiral Cockroach?
I was thinking of just, that's Admiral Cockroach. I was Admiral Cocksucker or Admiral, but the thing is, then that's also Ollie's last name, and that's,
I feel bad too for the Oliver stands because of that too, because it's like, oh, your father-in-law is an evil lunatic.
Yeah. Maybe like Oliver should come up with, because I think it's only fair, because it's his last name. It's his last name.
Well, maybe in our fanfics he can take Charlie's last name.
I know, yeah. Oliver Cockroach. Oliver.
I don't know.
I'm telling you, my New York mouth would be calling him Oliver Cock. I was like, would say Admiral Cocksucker. I'm telling you.
Dang. Language.
I know language. I know. I have a mouth. I have a mouth. I'm telling you. We have to put a warning on this podcast. That, yes, I say the word fuck. I say the word cock. And I'm not talking about a rooster.
Do you need a hug?
Do I need a hug? I do need a hug. I do need a hug because you want to know why?
You miss Edward?
I do miss Ed. I do miss my husband, Ed.
Yeah, the sad part is I had diamonds saved up because I thought we were going to get that option like we got in like Veil of Secrets or Nightbound where you give them 30 diamonds and you can stay with the ally. I thought we were going to get that option and they're like, nope.
No, we have to do that. We have to do that, but I think even you're choosing who you want to stay with.
As we said, things happen for a reason. Yeah, the ending wasn't ideal. We're doing about it, and now we get to take you all on the adventure with us.
Yay! So yeah. Do you have anything else?
I was just gonna say, if y'all have any questions or input, we can't promise because we do have pretty much a direction of the story to go. But if you have any ideas, we're open to hearing what you got to say. We'd love to hear your thoughts on what we have planned, and we look forward to having you along on this journey.
Exactly. Yes. And if you want to volunteer, you can find us on Tumblr at the Distant Shores Project. You can tell us what you want to do, and it doesn't matter if you stay for the long run or just for a little bit. We're always glad to have you. And yes, and also any questions that you have, you can leave in the comments. You can go on our Tumblr. We'll be happy to answer all of them. But yeah, so I think that's pretty much it, don't you think, Jamie?
Aye, Captain.
All righty. Well, we'll see everybody later.